Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here or just stopping by, hello, my name is Jennifer. I'd love it if you stick around and subscribed. We are currently in the middle of my 400 subscriber giveaway, which is super cool. I do have a video on my channel titled 400 subscriber giveaway if you'd like to go check that out and maybe enter. But you already know from the title, today we are trying out the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. It looks like this. I purchased mine at Walmart while I was already there on an essential grocery list. Nobody come for me. I have mine in the shade 10 Ivory, broad spectrum SPF 50, so I'm down for it. And let me figure out how to work this thing. So I have it pulled up on my iPad because obviously I'm on my phone. On Loreal.com, this retails for $15.99. I believe mine was several dollars cheaper, whatevers. This says, formulated with SPF 50, vitamin B3, and hydrating serum for an all-day hydration, evens tones, and provides a natural radiant finish. Lightweight formula does not settle into lines. Finally, makeup specially designed for mature skin. Age Perfect by L'Oreal Paris. Radiant Serum Foundation is a carefully formulated foundation for mature skin. Formulated with vitamin B3 and hydrate. Yeah, that's all the same thing. Okay, so this has about 30 shade options available for it. And obviously it is marketed to somebody with more mature skin. It's aiming to not settle into your fine lines. It of course has that SPF, but I'm here to tell you, if you did not know, just because something is targeted toward somebody with some more mature skin does not mean somebody that does not have mature skin yet can't use it. I particularly was interested in it because it said radiant, it has a good SPF in it, and it's drugstore, and it's new, and it's affordable. So now that we've covered all of that, I don't have anything on my face but moisturizer right now. I used my Clean and Clear Dual Action. For a primer today, I'm going to use the Milani Prime Correct. If you were just wondering, I use that Milani Prime Correct a lot because it is an exact dupe for the Smashbox Reduce Redness Photo Finish Primer. So I'm just going to prime my skin, and I know that said, that little blurb about this foundation said it had like a natural radiant coverage. I'm pretty sure that means it's gonna have a light coverage, which means we're gonna have an opportunity to try and see if it will build up, because your girl is going through some things here on my face. So on one side of my face, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge, and on the other side of my face, I'm going to be using the Sigma F80 Flat Kabuki brush, just so we can see. I almost exclusively use damp beauty sponges for my foundation, but we're going to try it out. Let's get into it now that we've prepped everything. So I'm going to start with my sponge because that's what I would normally run with. Got a little bit on there. That seems a little dark. I feel like my lighting is wonky, but every time I say that, it's not actually wonky. I can tell you right now, my big thing with foundation try-on videos is I normally, if you watched my videos before, I normally plop like this. So I tend to put way too much foundation on. So this is like a little more, I don't know, yellow undertone, maybe neutral, where most of the time it's a little more pink, like the foundations I tend to aim for. But you can see just off of, I'm sorry if you hear my kid having a fit, she's eating breakfast. Okay, so obviously it didn't cover that like at all. It's okay. It did really even out my skin tone, as you can see, and it certainly made me a lot less red, which is a pretty serious problem I have, is being a very red lady. I think it looks okay. It's not anything exceptionally awesome at the moment. I do like the coverage. I like how this is sitting on my skin. It is not setting down. I wasn't expecting it to sit down. So now that we have this side of our face done, let's go in with the Sigma F80 brush. I'm gonna put not as much foundation on it because that is seriously every freaking time I do a foundation video. That seems, I'm just not a big fan. I used to only use these like duo fiber brushes, so I shouldn't say I never use them. And I do use it on occasion when I'm like in a rush and don't want to wet my sponge, which takes like 5 seconds to wet, but I think it's kind of cool that it's targeted to not go into your fine lines, because I'm 25 if you didn't know, but I definitely have some lines. I have a crevice in my forehead under that breakout that you can not see right now because of the breakout, but I have under eye lines, I have the crevice on my forehead, and I have some around my mouth. Both sides look pretty much, what is my lighting today? Both sides look pretty much the same to me. I mean, to me, and I wasn't expecting it, especially because it is marketed as a radiant serum hydrating foundation. It is definitely kind of clinging on to some of my dryness, like right here. You can see a little bit. And it is most definitely settling into those lines under my eyes. That is not good. I mean, it's okay. Let's see if it can build up. I'm definitely gonna go back in with my sponge to build it up. I don't know why, it just, to me, it feels a little more luxurious to use a sponge. I know that sounds ridiculous. Just gonna take a little bit and definitely gonna go over my chin a little bit, and most certainly this growth on my forehead. Yeah. Okay, so we have on 2 layers. You can see a little bit of a glow on my skin. My skin does definitely for sure look like I have on foundation, though. It's not really sinking into my skin, and like I said, it's clinging on to these dry spots I have around my mouth. That certainly did not cover. I wasn't really expecting it to full on cover, but it's okay. So my first impression of this foundation is it is okay. It is reminding me, where is it, a whole lot of the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover, which a lot of people have been saying that this is a dupe for the It Cosmetics CC cream. I have tried that before and I can see the similarities in it, but I've been wearing this quite a bit. I know you can't see, but we're running kind of low on it. So, I mean, it's okay. The color is pretty much okay, especially because I'm starting to get a little bit of color on my arms from it, you know, warming up a little bit outside. My hair looks insane right now. What is that? Anywho, it looks okay. It's nothing special at the moment. It is holding up out of my lines a little bit around my mouth, but like I said, it is clinging to those dry spots. It's definitely falling into that crevice I have on my forehead and in the lines underneath my eyes. Let me hop off of the screen quickly and finish out the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. Alright, so we are back. The rest of my face is on. If you're wondering for some reason, I used the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. Mine is in the shade Brightener. I used to use this all the time and kind of forgot about it, and I'm loving it again. Maybelline Fit Me Powder in the shade 05 Fair. Wet n Wild Bronzer in Sunset Striptease. I've started wearing blush randomly. This is the Wet n Wild ombre blush in the Princess Daiquiris. It's just a really pretty orangey pink. And Becca highlight in Moonstone. So that is everything that's on my face. I did set like this area of my face and my forehead, so right here I didn't set very much. The only thing I really have left to do for my makeup is to set it. I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So now that that's done, I do like the way this foundation looks. It looks very glowy, even though I set pretty much my entire face. I feel like I look very glowy. My skin does look youthful. I mean, you can obviously tell I'm wearing makeup, but you know, normally when I have on this much makeup, it's like homegirl's wearing makeup, and now it's not nearly as bad. I'm gonna have to get a bobby pin for these baby hairs. They're not cooperating with my Ariana Grande hairstyle today. Neither fucking side is. But anywho, that is the first official check-in. It is 11:24. I know you can't wait. It's 11:24 in the morning. There you guys go. So I'm gonna go attempt to fix this clusterfuck that is my hair over here, and I have to run out and go to my brother's old house. It's our last day there, I'm pretty sure. That's gonna be fun. And then I do have to run to Kroger really quickly because James is out of coffee, and he drinks like 2 pots of coffee a day. So, okay. So far, first impression, I like it. It's nothing special, but it is really pretty. It looks okay. The shade is okay. I think 30 shades, I think was what I said. 30 overall shades for a drugstore foundation is actually pretty good, considering some brands at the drugstore and some foundations at the drugstore have like 4. So I do believe this is an okay foundation at the moment, but like I said, I don't know, it's still the beginning of the video. I am gonna do a shot in natural lighting when I get out to my car, just so you guys can see what it looks like in the sunlight. It is hella sunny, hella humid, and hella hot outside. Good old Kentucky summer. So I'm gonna stop rambling. I'll see you in like 5 seconds. Okay, so probably could have waited until I was stopped, but one, I'm in natural light. Obviously I'm in my car, and it is 3:45, so the foundation's been on for about 4 hours now. Granted, I got a little hot. You're about to bounce, and I'm sorry. I did get a little bit hot, but I don't think it looks horrible. I'm certainly more glowy than I would typically want to be, but I like it so far. I think it might have oxidized just a tinge, maybe just a little bit. The only other thing important to note in this check-in is that under my eye is creasing pretty hard. And even though I set my entire face with powder, including under my eyes, obviously, I mean, they're creasing pretty hard back there, and it's really glowy. It kind of wore out on my chin. I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing lots of this, but I think it looks okay. I still like it. Like I said, I really like that it is hydrating, and what the frick is my hair doing? I like the fact that it's hydrating and it's glowier. I don't know if I 100% agree with it doesn't like set in fine lines, but right now I like it. I would wear it again at this point, but I'm gonna check in again a little bit later on, probably the end of the night, right before I wash my face. So that was my good check-in here while I'm at a light. I mean, it's certainly not terrible, and my texture is kind of accentuated in it, but I don't think it's terrible by any means. So I will see you guys at the end of the night with my final thoughts. Okay, we're back. It's the end of the night. It is, I don't have my iPad in here. It's 9:51, okay? It's 9:51. My hair looks crazy. It rained on me. Weird things happened, but we are done with this foundation all day wear test. There is a lot worn off on my chin, and I have a humongous zit coming in. So that sucks. I don't know if that's from the foundation or something else. It'd be really cool if it wasn't the foundation. So I've had this on for 11 hours almost. I think. Math is hard for me right now. It's been a very long day. Anywho, I'm trying to get an eye booger, sorry. It is definitely breaking down around my nostril, all the way around my mouth, which is where I am normally more dry. By the way, I found my ring I definitely didn't have it on all day. Normally around my mouth is where I get very dry, and you can see like patches of dry skin. It's breaking down and it's kind of like clumped up on the folds of my nose. It definitely settled in to the lines on my forehead, which is not cool. You can just like buff it back out, and like underneath my eyes got really creasy. But you can, like I said, just tap that out. Let's see what else. I don't think it oxidized a ton, maybe just a little bit, and my face does not feel oily, and I don't think I look oily. I do look very glowy, which is cool. Overall, I think this foundation is good, especially if you want something that doesn't have like the full coverage. I feel like a lot of times nowadays people don't realize that they don't need absolutely hardcore full coverage for everyday life. Normally on my everyday life, if I'm wearing anything and I'm just like running errands, I most always just have some concealer on and a little bit of powder so that concealer doesn't move around. I really only wear full coverage foundation and like a full coverage face when we're getting pictures done, when I'm filming, or like when we're going out to like dinner, which clearly we've not been doing that here lately. But I feel like a lot of people forget that you don't have to have full coverage foundation for everyday life. A lot of the times you can do a BB cream, a tinted moisturizer, CC cream, something like that. I think this foundation is okay if you want to like try it out. I don't think it's anything extra remarkable. I feel like if I had to pick between my favorite, these are pretty comparable, but I would definitely go with the Maybelline again. This one was a little more expensive though, but I do like it. I do like that it has the SPF coverage in it and all of that hydrating stuff. I do feel like my skin is very hydrated, except for like right here. I don't know why around my mouth gets so dry. I'll try to insert a picture here of like a close-up of my mouth. I'm very glowy, but other than that, this pretty much wore like any other foundation. I'm really hoping this giant zit isn't from that foundation. Not gonna lie, I was kind of terrible last night and washed my face. I just did a quick wipe, so I'm hoping it was that and not this foundation. I say this in every single one of my foundation videos. I am most certainly not just going to wear that foundation for this video and then never wear it again. You'll more than likely see it in a favorites or hate it's. I try to be really good about not using the same products over and over and over and switching things in and out so that I have a more well-rounded opinion on things. I think this wore very nicely throughout the day. It creased in the places that I always crease, which is this crevice in my forehead and under my eyes. Most of the time when I have a foundation on this long, around my mouth gets dry, and it's just from where I have makeup on my face. I like it. I don't think it was worth I think it was like $14 or $15 of the Loreal website, which I said in the beginning of this video that I don't think I purchased it for that. I think I purchased it for like $11, maybe. So if you're looking for something that's very lightweight, it doesn't feel like I have anything on my face, so that's good. If you're looking for something with SPF that feels kind of lightweight for the summer, now that that is starting, I think this is a good shot. But if for some reason you don't like L'Oreal, or I don't know, they don't have a shade that you think would match you, certainly try out the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover, because I think these are pretty much the same thing in two different tubes. So that is all I have to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel while you're down there. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna stop rambling, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.